Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back for another reading, no matter what time of day it is or what day you found this message. I am super grateful that you are here. Guys, today's date is Friday, May 2nd of 2025. So a lot of twos in the energy today. So you might be seeing 2225 or 2025 or 2502. Just numbers that are coming up in the energy in association with today's date. Any variation of those numbers that are popping up for you, please do check those out in the gematria and angel number meanings. Guys, this is Friday. I hope that you had a really good week. I hope it was productive for you. A lot going on in the energy over the past week. And it was kind of like a busy energy, but still here in Michigan, a lot to do with allergies and like upper respiratory crud. I don't know if that's going on where you are. Seems to be a lot of it going on right now, but definitely I hope you're engaging in self-care so you can get the most out of your spring in relation to your goals, guys. So I want to give a shout out to the subscribers of the channel, old and new. And the old subscribers, you're new to me. And the new subscribers, you're most excellent. Visitors to the channel, I want to thank you for being here. You are most welcome into the space. And definitely, if you are enjoying the messages or you enjoy today's message, even if it's not your message, and you're just really liking the vibe of the space, like, share, subscribe, and hit the all button so that you get notifications for all the messages as they come in. I actually do tap into the energy of the collectives, so I will have downloads on those who are interested in understanding more about energies that they are dealing with. So when you subscribe and hit that all button and really get involved, it helps me to better pick up on those energies, guys. It also lets me know that you want me to. Okay? We don't just go around reading everybody's energy. You know, we read energy for those who are requesting of us. So, guys, let's jump in to today's message. And per usual, no matter what time of day it is or day that you're seeing this message, if this message resonates for you, then if nothing else, there's something you can take away from today's message, okay? So we have a download here involving a feminine energy that is trying hard to be something that they are not. So it sounds like, based on what came through in the download, this is an energy that is feeling like they need to fit in or conform with something that is not how they would usually view things, behave, see things, act, whatever that is, or how that resonates. So in the download, what I could see, and this might be an identifier, this might be symbolic, please do take the energy as it resonates. But I did see a feminine energy in a supermarket, something like a Myers or something like that. And they were purchasing some food or fresh food from a cooler for their dog. So whomever resonates with today's message may have a dog or an animal of some kind. But I saw that it was like a yellow package, like almost like those wrappings that you see on sausage and stuff like that. But it was for fresh dog food out of the cooler. And I don't have a dog, guys, so I apologize. I'm just going off of what I saw in the download. So hopefully that helps somebody to understand that this is their message. So with something here about taking on maybe worldviews, or maybe they have people around them with certain political views that they don't really connect with. Some sort of viewpoint or narrative of friends and family. And this energy was not feeling comfortable or like themselves. Almost like they felt like they had to be somebody specific around certain people. And that's what really came through in the download. Now, as far as why that came through, guys, I do not know. I just get the downloads and I bring them to the space. I may do a pre-pull on the energy, which I've done today, just to understand a little bit more. And then we get into what is coming up and what spirit is showing us. So I do have a few different items here with me today. I have the Namaste deck. I have the Truth deck. And I also have the handwritten deck and the story cubes. I also have the letter cubes. So I'm going to pull a couple of letter cubes towards the end of the reading, maybe see if I can get some initials. But I do want to pull something here from the story cubes, guys. Oops. Let's see what comes out here. I'm going to grab like 3 cubes. Okay. Interesting. So we have calm, surprise. That was in the reverse. I'm going to go on ahead and take it. And then we have realism. So something about being calm, something that's not a surprise. So maybe something wasn't a surprise and you didn't feel like, for whomever resonates, overreacting or behaving in a certain way. Maybe something was not a surprise. And there's something about realism, something that you understand is just the reality of things, or something that's real to yourself or to others. So we're going to dig into this energy and see what this might mean. But I did a pre-pull for the Truth deck, okay? That's the Truth Oracle. And the first card out was the Empty Room, okay? And this one talks about no people, the end, and opportunity. This was in reverse. Then we had the Miss You card, which talks about miss, wait, and eager. This was also in the reverse, guys. The next card I had out was the Sing card, speaking about soul, singing praises, and performance. This one was in the upright. Then we had something about addiction. This can talk about substances, obsession, and toxic attachments. Excuse me. This one was in the reverse. And then we have the Reconcile card, which talks about repairing something. We can see a couple like engaging in a kiss on the card. Something here about repairing something, curing something, understanding, and concession. This was in the upright. And then we have the Crown card. This one talks about owner, master, and top level. This was in the reverse. And then the final card out was the Forgotten Person. So this talks about somebody who is a core person or a past person or an old friend. So just looking at the overall energy here, guys, just looking at the first row that came out, the first 3, which is Empty Room, Miss You, and Sing. It looks like there was some sort of opportunity here that collectives or whomever resonates with this energy, however you identify, feels like they missed a missed opportunity. And it looks like this might be someone who utilizes their voice. Either they're a vocalist, like they sing, or they use their voice to teach, instruct, share. Maybe they're a podcaster, a YouTuber. Somebody's doing something that's really connected to their soul or singing praises. Someone might be a person who sings like in a religious setting or for a spiritual purpose, or somebody might be a performer. So we have a few areas here. Someone is definitely utilizing their throat chakra, but there's something here in the energy about collectives feeling like they have missed an opportunity. Then we have the addiction card here that I mentioned. Addictions don't even just have to be substances. This card can talk about toxic attachments or maybe having a hard time releasing something that's not healthy. This is in the reverse. Then we have the Reconcile card, which talks about repairing something or coming to a certain understanding or maybe making a concession, like allowing something. So it looks like whomever resonates with today's energy is no longer addicted to some sort of toxic attachment or some sort of attachment to constantly repairing, curing, understanding, giving concession, reconciling something in some sort of relationship or relationships. So even though we do see a couple on this card here, guys, this could be any kind of relationship that you value or is important to you. This could also be work relationships, or this could have to do with people who are more like associates, right? But there's definitely something here about someone maybe in the past being addicted to dealing with relationships in a certain way and coming to some sort of realization that they don't have to view these relationships in this way and don't have to connect with these relationships in this way. So something about coming to an understanding, maybe even making a concession with yourself, but definitely no longer doing this externally with outside relationships. And then this crown card that came through right after, which talks about, being an owner, a master, a top level. Somebody is really good at something. Now, the crown card is in reverse, okay? So it is possible that someone here was addicted to giving concession or understanding or constantly reconciling and repairing relationships with energies that felt like they were the master or the stronger energy in the relationship. They had the top level knowledge. They had the top level way of looking at things and perceiving things. Somebody has stopped doing that or is starting to awaken to the fact that they do this and no longer wants to do it. They no longer want to deal with relationships like this. There could also be something here about this missed opportunity. Excuse me. There could have been energies around you that did not agree with you taking the opportunity when it came up. Because we're talking about a missed opportunity that is past energy. If this is future energy for someone, that would mean the opportunity has not come yet and you have not missed it yet, which means there's an opportunity to grasp that as soon as you see it. And I would definitely recommend that because it has something to do with your soul mission, something that you're very connected with. But for most of you whom resonate with this message and this energy today, this has to do with past energy, like a feeling like you missed an opportunity. And it's possible that this happened because of some pattern or cycle of constantly trying to please, reconcile, repair, give concession to energies, potentially even a mate, a spouse, a companion, a friend, a workmate, an associate, a friend group that did not see things from your perspective. Maybe they thought it was risky, or maybe they just didn't want to see you do it. I don't know. Whatever the case, something here about not allowing yourself to miss an opportunity. Because even though we see the crown here in reverse, the fact that this card is on the table, like this crown is really bedecked in jewels and gold. It's not just any crown. It's a top level crown. The fact that this is in reverse tells me that you really feel really like you're a person who is very adept at something, very good at something. This is like something that you came here with, like a gift or ability. It's part of who you are on a deeper level. It's not something you have to work at. Singing, performing, giving, information to others, teaching, using your voice to share with others is not something you have to work at. This is something that you're naturally good at. Top level, like you're an owner of that skill or that asset. And the fact that you're feeling like you missed an opportunity at something that you're so good at clearly has had a very powerful effect on you. And when I looked at the first part of the download, kind of talking about maybe taking on viewpoints, and we gave the example here of maybe, world viewpoints and things like that. That could be happening as well. And that part of the message might resonate for some of you. But really the overarching theme here is that someone is constantly feeling like, or in the past, feeling like they have or had to bring themselves into alignment with the energies around them instead of just being who they are. That's what I'm really picking up here. And then we have the forgotten person card. You know, when I first looked at this, when I did the pre-pull, I was thinking, and this might resonate, some people who maybe feel this energy is in alignment with their experience at this time may have a person that they're trying to reconcile with, like a relationship. And so they are kind of zeroing themselves out to make themselves fit with this person so that they can have this relationship. They're willing to give up aspects of themselves. But then as I looked at this again, it's in the upright. And there's an image like of a outline of a person, like a shadowed out person with a shadowed out question mark over their head. And it occurred to me that this could represent how you guys are feeling about your goals. Maybe you feel like you've forgotten yourself, like you're the forgotten person whose needs, goals, and viewpoint never gets considered because you're the person that's constantly bending and shaping yourself to fit the needs of others. So strong messaging here with the cards that came out and also with the story cubes. This is not a surprise. You understand the reality of what you're dealing with, the energies that are around you. You understand very well who and what these energies are. And this is not a judgment to those energies because, at least so far, guys, I'm not talking about anything toxic or energetically harmful. I am speaking about people who are who they are. And you can very calmly, just like the story cube speaks about, understand who these energies are and deal with them in the ways that you need to deal with them. But you don't have to give up your authenticity. You don't have to give up your soul purpose, your soul mission, what it is you're here to do for these energies. That is not required in order for you to have companionship. So there's something here about a core belief or something that is causing you to feel less than potentially, or like you have to put yourself in a certain position in order to have what you want. Like, I can't have my dream and have the people that I care about. Yeah, it's possible, but is that the best decision for you? And so you're really being encouraged to think about that. Guys, we're going to pull some energy here. Excuse me. It's kind of dry. Still dealing with some allergy type energies out here because there's a lot of plants blooming and flowers blooming, which I'm super grateful for. So I'm not even going to complain, but a little bit of allergy energy. All right. I'm going to take some cards here from the handwritten deck just to see if there's any more information popping up around this topic that we need to understand. And see if we have any more messages here for the collectives associated with today's energy. Spirit, can you tell us what we need to take away from today's reading in association with the energies in this message? What we need to take away. What is it that you want us to understand? I think we're kind of getting the point here that you've been feeling less than and you've been feeling like you need to conform to energies around you, and you are being encouraged. There's a dream that you feel like you missed, and it's possible that you're going to have another opportunity at that. I haven't seen that in the cards yet, but I'm guessing something like that must be coming up because there's a download about this very topic. So I find that very interesting. Okay, Spirit, messages for the collectives here. Anything you want them to know about this energy, please? Okay. Someone you know is in reverse, an inability to focus. So someone you know has an inability to focus. And then Spirit says you don't know the half of it. Can you clarify, Spirit? Someone collective knows in reverse. So maybe this is someone you don't know. Someone you don't know because it's in reverse. Wow, guys. I cannot make this up. Someone you don't know has an inability to focus. Then Spirit says you don't know the half of it. And then Spirit says music therapy. Something here about music therapy. So music is something very healing. Are you getting ready to meet somebody, guys? Who's going to help you? I just got done talking about this. Yeah. You're getting ready to meet somebody who's amiable, friendly, pleasant, and unassuming. What about this person, Spirit? What has this person got to do with collectives? Something having to do with music. Something having to do with music. What is this energy? Let's see. Oh, you guys have some people who are jealous around you? You must be a really good vocalist or talented at what you do. You have some energies that are jealous. Okay, that's to be expected. Let's party. Time to get moving. Yeah, you guys are being encouraged that you're getting ready to run into a situation that feels pleasant, like an environment that's friendly or a person that's friendly or a group or people. Something you're getting ready to run into. Okay, and this is going to be people or a group or someone you don't know. But Spirit is saying you don't know the half of it. You're going to have an opportunity to work with music. The opportunity is coming back around again. And Spirit says, let's party. 555 is on the table. You do have some energies around you that are actually jealous. Yeah, you guys are getting ready to have some serious upgrades. And Spirit says it's their ego talking. So the energies that are jealous and basically are discouraging you from working with your gifts, it's because of a jealousy issue. And Spirit says it's their ego talking. So you're being encouraged not to listen to that and get moving on whatever your goals are. You don't have time to accommodate people's egos. And looks like this has to do with the addiction in reverse and the repair card, the reconciliation card. Thank you, Spirit. So we have something here about core beliefs from early childhood. So some of you might have some core beliefs associated with trying to fit in with others or self-doubt that resonate or originate, from your early childhood. All the cards are hitting the floor, guys. You might be a water sign, have it in your chart, or you might have a water sign around you. Somebody might like to be by the water. Other messages, Spirit? Yeah, you're being encouraged to tap into your spirituality as a way to assist you at this time. Whomever this message is resonating with, you are a spiritual person. You might not be a religious person, but there's a difference. You're not a person who just does a process over and over and over again. You're a spiritual person. And the card says tapped in. You are somebody that's tapped in, so you know you need to get moving on this. And then we have somebody's telling lies about you or misrepresenting the truth. So it could be that some of these energies around you are trying to discourage you from stepping into your life purpose and telling you certain reasons why it's not safe or it's not a good idea, but it's not really the truth of things. They're misrepresenting something. We had a whole group of cards fly out here. Yeah, this is giving you anxiety. We have cultish or cult energy in reverse. This could just mean a group of people around you who all share the same views and kind of vibe on the same frequency. So it's giving like an energy of a group of people around you who all kind of feel the same way and are saying the same types of things to you. Yeah, we have egotistical and narc energy. It's in reverse, but looks like it might be in reverse because once again, we can see from the truth deck that you're no longer addicted to reconciling and repairing things with these energies. The number 22 is on the table. So that could be significant. You could be 22 years old, or something may have happened when you were 22. The 22nd of the month 22nd day. The number 22 in association with an address or a street name, a street number. Interesting. Spirit, let's take a look through this deck here. Excuse me. Let's see if there's any more messages in the handwritten deck or collectives. Anything else they need to know, Spirit? Yes, I'm looking at my energized candle. I just happened to glance at it. Something about you working with your gifts will energize you. You might have been feeling quite tired. Somebody's pissed off. I got the pissed off face here. Somebody, anger in reverse. Somebody wants you like frustrated. They're frustrated. These energies around you, at least one, is very frustrated, like steam is coming off their head. And they're angry, they're frustrated, they're not living their life purpose. Misery loves company. Okay? They're angry and it's like they want you to feel what they feel. Be the change you wish to see. Somebody might be a Cancer. See this as an opportunity. You moving away from some of these energies might be exactly what you need to open up the gate to this opportunity that is returning. Someone or something that you don't know is going to help get you moving. Yeah, somebody's trying to be argumentative with you to lower your vibration. Spirit is saying avoid this energy at all costs. Wow. Somebody's really trying to rain on your parade. That sucks. Yeah, you're being encouraged to tune in, tap in. You're definitely a tuned in, tapped in type of energy. Whomever I'm speaking to today. Other messages for collectives, please, Spirit. Other messages for collectives. Anything else you want us to know? And we'll pull some names or some letters here so we can get some initials, and then we'll go into a process to help you with grounding out. I think we've gone through all the energy here. Nothing else is popping up. Oh, did something pop out? Nope. Okay. Wait, yes, one did. Oh, you're being told to analyze the situation. Detailed examination. It's in the upright. It's something it's something you need to look deeper into here in relation to these energies around you. It looks like you've cut back from regularly being involved in like this cycle or pattern that you historically maybe have been in with these energies. You're starting to see it, but you're being encouraged to really analyze and do a detailed examination of who you allow around you. You're an energy that is tuned in and tapped in. Once again, we have the water sign energy on the table. It is possible that you might be a water sign. If the message resonates, don't worry about the sign. But someone here is a water sign. Somebody needs to analyze and be more mindful of who they let in their energy. That is very interesting. Let's get some initials here so we can see. Excuse me. Let's see what's going on here. Get a few initials. Thank you, Spirit. So we'll take out the ones that kind of zeroed themselves out here. Alrighty. What do we have left? We have the letter, let's see. We have the letter M. First, middle, last initial. I. First, middle, last initial V. First, middle, last initial F. First, middle, last initial P. First, middle, last initial A. First, middle, last initial V again. So let's see what we've got here. Somebody might be a VIP. Sounds like you are because you're very talented. Somebody might have the last name Pim or Mip. I see the word yip here. Somebody might be quite happy. Or maybe you have a small dog, like a yippy dog. Let's see. Somebody's name might be Pam. Somebody might like to work with maps. Okay. Somebody might be a person who uses the term fam, F-A-M. What else do we have? Looks like we have the word myth. Somebody might be miffed about something. Somebody might listen to FM radio. Somebody might like to do things in the PM or in the evening, afternoon or evening. Somebody might vape or use a vape. Somebody might be someone's fave, F-A-V, or like to use that term, something's my fave. Somebody might have the nickname Vim or Miv, Piv or Fap, AVP might be initials. IMF might be initials. VPV might be initials. So that looks like that's pretty much all I can see. I mean, definitely, just sharing what's here today, guys, but it looks like somebody here in the collectives is about to have a second chance. And so you're really being encouraged to really analyze, to look deeply at the energies that are around you and why it is you've been feeling like you need to conform or constantly repair and cure things, because with this second opportunity, you're not going to be able to do that in that way and also engage in this opportunity. There might even be some things that you'll need to leave behind in order to fully engage with this opportunity. So it looks like today's message is really telling you to stay calm. Don't be surprised by this. This was coming back your way. Also, don't be surprised by the animosity and some of the jealous energies around you. When this happens for you, a lot of people are going to have question marks over their head, much like the forgotten person card. But it's going to be a reality for you that this is coming through. And it's because it has to do with your soul mission and your soul purpose. You are someone who's going to use your voice. And that is most excellent. Congratulations to whomever this message resonates with. And definitely feel free to leave comments if this message resonated for you, or you can send me an email. My email address is listed in the description box. So I'm going to go on ahead and pull a Namaste card and give you something you can use to kind of, ground out, make sure your energy is nice and centered, especially if you've been dealing with some sort of stress in relation to these energies around you. Okay. And please know, when this comes in for you, you might hear a lot of negative banter about this opportunity, but you will know that it's your opportunity. You'll know that it's not a scam. This energy or these energies are not going to want anything from you except to give you an opportunity to use your voice. They're not going to be asking you for money, and, they're not going to be asking you for your resources other than your voice. This is going to be an amazing opportunity. And for a lot of you, you are singers. So definitely, if something like that pops up for you, feel free to leave a comment or shoot me an email and let me know. It's really exciting energy. Okay, Spirit, let's get a closing card for collectives. I almost forgot to grab a Namaste. Let's see what we've got here. Oops, there we go. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, guys, we have self-love affirmations. So you're being encouraged to practice positive affirmations about yourself throughout your day. And Spirit here is giving you some examples from the Namaste deck. You could say something like, I am amazing. I am strong. I am healthy. I bake a great cake. Or I made someone smile today. Write these down somewhere where you can see them to remind yourself of your positive attributes and thoughts. Self-love affirmations can be a powerful emotional healing tool as they can transform a negative self-image into a positive self-image. Self-love affirmations can help you increase your sense of power, reduce stress, and experience personal fulfillment. Guys, this is beautiful energy to close out on. You're being encouraged to love yourself. You've been giving your love, support, time, and attention to others. Spirit is saying that it is now time to give that to yourself. And it doesn't mean you have to do this in a way that's like toxic positivity. No, you can do this in a way where it feels supportive for you. But please do this because your opportunity is coming and you're being encouraged not to miss it again. So guys, I'm going to close the reading out there. I hope you guys, if you hear this reading on a Friday, have an amazing Friday. Try to get outside in the weather, guys. But whatever day it is, whatever time you're hearing this message, sending so much love and light to you. And I definitely look forward to being with you in the next message. Guys, my name is Ora-gen. See you soon.